Okay, this is the house where we live. It's number 16, and we live up on the 3rd floor, but they call it the 2nd.
Yeah, that's not our room, that's our floor.
Well,
It's our bedroom with the shutter on it. And the light still comes in.
there's the bio mill.
And there's the other one.
And here are our horrible stairs that we have to sweep every 4 weeks.
They're uneven. Let's see what the neighbors have had in the last week. Here we have carrots and potatoes,
Flowers.
bananas, eggs. And we have walk right below it.
Smells wonderful when it's warm.
Yes.
Okay, this building in front of us is the Albert Schweitzer Realschule, which means it's the school for those who aren't smart enough to go to college. And it's where we took our night classes in German. A very old clockwork building. This is British Corner.
We're by our bread. One of the main streets in the Altstadt. Here's some building that has a bell on it and clock, and it rings on the hour like everything else. It's actually running through the Altstadt.
Which is otherwise a pedestrianized zone.
Yeah. See the different houses, the colors on the shutters and clockwork on both sides. And the cobblestone streets.
That are hard to walk on.
Coming to one of the blocks in front of the right house, right? Okay. We are in the White House plots and look at the buildings as they're each level's built out a little bit more. 6, 8, 12 inches. And it gives the impression that it's going to fall in on you. She was looking up there in this fountain. There's the alley that we just came down, the street that we just came down. This is the Rat House. Up to that eye, and that's Neptune's Fountain. So we found out. Okay, what's that? Nothing?
What talks about the artwork and stuff.
Oh. Okay. And this is usually where they have all the fruit stands and food stands out here. This is where Cole spoke that day we were out here in the cold. And they set up, restaurants set up their little tables out here just in the middle of the street. Okay. Here's a view of the street we just came down. And you go down there, you take a right, and it goes down to the Rat House place. All apartments above these businesses, the first floor is usually businesses, and there's a cellar usually. So you have 2 floors of store, and then 3 or 4 stories of residences. Here's the fountain in front of the church.
The church was built in 1470.
It's been here a while. See the carvings in the windows. You can go up in the tower, and we'll do that one day. Take a look around.
Sounds like the bell's doing.
Nope. Some of the older buildings over there too. See how they jut out? They had a little bit more jut than some of the other ones. That's the other ones are gradual. Okay. Okay, I was going to look at the, 233 Old Hall. This is where Luther's main theologian lived and studied for a while, Philip Melanchthon. The sign over there. Oh well. And here's the doors to the Stiftskirche. Bronze doors. And you go up and bong 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 in 15, 16 minutes. It will be loud. Tuebingen was first mentioned in 1070 something. Can't remember. And when one of the emperors of Europe had to go and do penance in front of the Pope. Came through Tuebingen. Wasn't going to play on the organ. Okay, here's one of the pretty old, more ornate buildings. Built in 1584. Very ornately painted. Here we are at the Neckar Bridge. Some famous writer lived in that little house over there. He stayed locked up in Holderland. Stayed locked up in there for, well, no, they thought he was crazy. He may have been. See the pedal boats for hire. The ducks. This plant alley is a little island here in the middle of the river. This little walkway. See this valley. There are the ducks. Across the river from the beer garden. There's a Mexican restaurant up there in that part, and there's the beer garden. Smells good over here, something blooming, very nice. That's what I was trying to get. I think that's the youth hostel, isn't it? Here, the youth hostel or one of the city educational institute, where you go for languages, I think. There's a nice little yard over there, and Colin got me choked up. Now we're getting toward the newer part of the town, believe it or not. Some gondolas. There's the gondola, the rowboats, and the paddle boats. another gondola. Today some type of holiday. Everything's closed. It's a nice little town. It'd be a nice place to come and visit and have a little vacation here. Maybe a week. Living here is another story. There goes the bells. Is my lovely bride?
No.
Yes. Okay. Ready?
Ready.
We're in one of the little parks next to the train station. Tree is covered in white blooms. I'm gonna go over here and throw bread at the swans and ducks. There's some real pretty trees and bushes. There's the weeping willow. The ugly duckling.
He's not ugly.
Just the ugly duckling.
This piece of art is ugly.
There go the swans. Hold on.
Oh, this is the bunny.
All down at the other end, huh?
He's big. Did you get him?
Yeah.
There we go. I don't guess he likes bread.
He's eating the grass.
Maybe he's sick.
No, maybe grass. Oh, maybe he's sick.
Look at him fighting over that piece of bread.
Look how sweet.
Mm-hmm. I don't think I've ever seen one up close before.
Hey, close and close enough.
That pigeon's scared to death.
There he goes. There's a rat.
Come.
Yeah, we saw the rat. Rat. You see that? There's the ornamental swans. Here we go. Or the ornamental swan now. Doesn't find him. Put the coat up on the back. Putting about in the water. Okay. There's the black swan.
Where? Ah.
I'm going to try to get closer to him. Put the bird out, baby.
Okay. Why don't you give me the camera? And here's Kevin feeding the... There's Kevin. Feeding the bird. Pretty. He's so neat. The black one ran away. There is on the other side now.
Get the landing?
Mm-hmm. A beautiful view. And beautiful flowers all lined up in a row, white with the pink and blue.
Train station just on the other side of the park.
Here's the back side of the castle now.
The ugly side.
Yep. Now walk around and we're gonna go this way. This is you have the road and then the bike path, which is pink, and then the walking path.
Then you got into your tunnel.
And then there's a tunnel down here that you go through. And that's where we'll be walking. There's a gondola out on the water. Very peaceful.